Hi everyone, good morning, how are you? Welcome to our distance learning for today. To remind each other about the rules that we should follow inside the classroom. Mute your mic, be on time. If you want to answer a question, you have to raise up your hand. You have to use only the apps that the teacher asks you to use. Also prepare yourself. Get ready for the class. Sit in a good place. Turn off your camera. No videos for this meeting. Today, inshallah, we are going to study lessons 12 and 13, eco-cities. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to read for gist, meaning and details, an article about a city, understand and use new vocabulary about the environment, and also write a presentation about plan to build an eco-city in your country. Let's think, we discussed before about eco-house for Beth and Maggie, if you remember. And also we discussed about the school, Howidale School, it's eco-school. We learned about them before. They are eco houses and schools. This eco house has solar panel on the roof. It is made of recycled materials and it's eco-friendly to the environment. Also the school, Howidale School, it's friendly eco school, and it is built of also solar panel on the top. It took 8 years to build and it took 10.4 million English pound. Recycled materials inside this school. The desks are made of recycled drain pipe. The ceiling, the walls are made of glass, thick glass. That's why the sun energy could be able to enter the school, and the school in winter will be warm and in summer it will be cool. Also, we can use the water from rainwater. We can use rainwater. We can store it inside the drain pipes and use it for toilets. The carpets are made of or made from small pieces. When one piece gets dirty, we can remove it easily. No need to remove all the carpet. So there you can find plants and insects, so you can study biodiversity. Children in the school also can study green curriculum, anything which is related to environment. Just I wanted to remind you about the eco house and eco school that we studied before. So now today we have another eco, but eco city. We will read an article about Hammarby Sojdad, and why is it good news for the environment, this city. Before we start, we have to recognize the new words for today. Reuse, to use it again and again, more and more, something old and you make it you don't throw it and you want to use it again, so we call it reuse. Traffic, crowded, noisy, lot of cars, that's why we call it traffic. Waste, dirt, garbage. Architects and engineers, they are people that concerning of building, planning, working to build houses, schools, hospitals, whatever. Research means that to do something, an action, analyze an action, to find a solution, to get information about any topic you like. That's why we call it research. Reuse, traffic, waste, architects, engineers, research. We will inside the nearpod, we will play it inside our classroom. Now I'm going to show you this video and I want you please to tell me, why do you think that people like to visit Spain? For which reason? So let's watch the video to answer this question.
Hi everybody, I'm in Stockholm, Sweden. Right now we're at Hammarby Storstad, which is an urban redevelopment of an industrial area. The overall concept was to make a sustainable neighborhood that wasn't just an area that people lived and worked, but also where they took care of the wastewater, they took care of their own fuel and water treatment, and overall incorporate every aspect of living into their lifestyle. One of those examples would be here, where they use plants to help take out the runoff water before it goes back out to the normal sea area. If you look up on the hillside as well, this is the combustion plant where they take the sewage and produce biogas. They also have another thermal plant where they use the combustibles that are not sewer but just trash and turn that into electricity and natural gas. The natural gas is then used to help power the buses and other transportation needs. And some of the buildings here, they also have incorporated not just normal solar panels, but they've also put them vertically on the side of the buildings. And this is to help account for the lower angle of the sun for the long hours of the summertime and really help them optimize the usage of energy in space. The really important thing to understand about Hammarby Storstad is that this is the preeminent model for sustainable living in the world. People from China, from Saudi Arabia, and America come here to learn about sustainable neighborhoods, and it's a key aspect to learning how we can live better.
Okay, so after watching this video, you can recognize that why do people like to visit Spain? Because it's an eco-friendly city. This city includes buildings with solar panel. This is clean energy, use clean energy and green energy. That's why people like to go there. So I need you now to open your books, page 213, Learner's Book. We will read this article about one of the eco-cities. Let's read about it to answer some questions. Hammarby Storstad is an eco-town near Stockholm in Sweden. It's designed to use as little energy as possible and has a special traffic system everyone there is happy to use. Many architects and engineers work together as a team to turn the industrial area of Hammarby Storstad into a beautiful, environmentally friendly home for about 30,000 people. The buildings are a mix of modern architecture and natural materials, such as wood and stone. Every building has an open area around it, so that sunlight can come through. There is natural light in the apartments for at least 4 or 5 hours every day in spring and autumn. There are also many beautiful parks and green public spaces with amazing cycle paths. There is some cool public transport such as light rail and boats. People don't own their own cars. There are cars that people can drive when they need to go somewhere. Everyone recycles in the Hammarby Storstad: newspaper, food waste, old furniture, batteries, glass, and plastic. Almost everything can be reused. In this eco-town, paper, soil, heating, and electricity can be made from waste. There is even a thermal factory outside the town which produces heating, electricity, and cooling power from waste and dirty water. And of course, all the buildings get energy from solar panels. In Hammurabi such that a building needs half of the energy that normal buildings do. Finally, storm water and rainwater are carried through special canals to Lake Hammurabi, Sojo. This means that no water is wasted. So everything in this city is eco-friendly to the environment. So after reading this article about this eco-city, we need now to answer some questions. I need you to have a look, keep this book, keep this page open, because we need to find out some words from here that matching with these definitions. Before reading the definitions, exercise 2, we need to look at the vocabulary words. For helping, architects and engineers, they are people who design buildings and whole cities. Industrial area, this is collocation. Industrial area, collocation. Two words together to give us a meaning of something. An area that has lots of factories, we call it industrial area. Modern architecture, it's a new style of building. Modern architecture. Modern is an adjective, architecture is a noun. We call them collocation. Public transport, it's a system of buses, trains, taxis, etc. that people use. Food waste, it's also collocation. Food that people don't want. So after reading this vocabulary, let's go to exercise 2. Find words and phrases in the article in page 213 that mean the same as the following. Number 1 is already done. Wood and stone. I need an expression or a phrase or a word from the article which mean wood and stone. It is natural materials. Okay, can you find out please an area that everybody can use? Public space. Public space, this is area that everybody can use, and this is collocation. Public space, industrial area, modern architecture. Okay, public transport, food, waste, sorry. So this is collocation. Number 3, a road for bicycles, cycle path, collocation. Number 4, vehicles like buses and trains that people pay to use, public transport. It's also collocation. Number 5, when something is used more than once, reuse. Well done, guys. So these are the definitions and these are the words from or the phrases from the article to match with the definition. Have a look again to your article again, but this we are going to decide if these statements are true or false. Number 1 is already done. Hammurabi Sajdad was a national park. No, of course, it is a city. Number 2, there are no places to have a picnic or walk the dog. Of course not. There is a place for picnic inside this city. Number 3, people get from one place to another only by car. No, there is public transportation like buses, cars, taxis. Number 4, oil is needed to produce energy there. No need for oil. No need for fossil fuels because oil is a fossil fuels and this city is not old city. It is new, modern, eco city. That's why no need for the oil. Only solar panels from the sun. Number 5, Hammurabi Sajdad is powered by renewable energy. Yes, of course, renewable energy from the sun. Number 6, people can drive in the town in a car that doesn't belong to them. Yes, They can take a car and drive it, go to any place and come back again. Number 7, people don't need to throw anything away. Yes, of course. People in this city used everything again and again. So no need to throw anything. Number 8, dirty water is taking to Lake Hammarby. Soju? No, not necessary. They don't do that thing. Well done. Now, in your activity book, it is also talking about the city, eco-city, Hammarby Sujdat. But this time in your activity book, page 180, we need to discover if these sentences positive or negative. Positive, it means that yes, happened. Negative, it means no, doesn't happen. So let's say positive or negative. Number 1, brilliant. You can live, work, and go to school by bicycle. So this one is positive. You can live, work, and go to school by bicycle. You can. So this is yes, positive. Number 2, let's improve the towns we have got instead of spending so much more on new ones. It's also positive. Let's improve. We have. Number 3, I can't imagine living in a town without a car. Negative, because can't, negative, no, you can find not, negative. Number 4, I hope the architects and engineers are going to build towns like Hammarby Sujdat in the other places. So this one is positive. I hope. Yes. Number 5, in the 21st century, using renewable energy resources has to be the answer. Has to be. Using has to be. So this is yes, positive. Number 6, I'm not sure about the idea of sharing a car. I think people need to have their own cars. Negative. I am not. Not. So if you see word not, it means that negative. No. As I told you before, while we read the article, we have collocations from the text. We need now to find the collocation from the text in your book, page 213. But we will match the collocation words here in your activity book, page 180. Like number 1, industrial area, modern architecture, natural materials, public transport, food waste, cycle, bath, thermal, factory. So what are they? Collocations. 2 words together to give us meaning of something. 2 words. It could be noun, it could be one adjective and one noun. We need to use this collocation to complete these sentences. It's activity 2 in your activity book. From the previous activity 1, we need to complete these sentences using collocations. Number 1, it's a shame there is so much in the wallet when there are still children who are hungry. So much food waste in the wallet. And still children, they are hungry. Number 2, I think I saw John riding his bike on the cycle path in the park. Number 3 is so good here. You only have to wait 5 minutes until the next bus comes. Next bus comes. So bus, you have bus. So where you have to wait? Public transport, yes. Somebody said they are planning to build to make green power from hot water. Thermal factory. Because you need hot water. Thermal, it means that heat. Number 5, I don't like living near this we should move to an eco-city, industrial area, like factories area. Number 6, my new desk is made only from, it has wood but no plastic, natural materials. Number 7, do you like or do you prefer older buildings? Modern architecture or do you prefer older buildings? So all these words in red here, we call them collocations. 2 words together. Now, imagine that you are an architect or an engineer working on a plan to build an eco-city in your country. Can you please think and write an article like this one about Hammarby Sujdat? Can you think about what makes your city an eco-city and why it will be good for people to live there? What the benefits, it means that the important things are for this environment. So I need you please to write an article. This is your homework. Write an article about a city, any city. You can design a city, plan for a city, build a city. But which city? Eco-friendly city. I need you to plan for it. Why is it eco? What can you find there? And why is it good for people to live there? And give me some good points for important benefits for the environment. Okay? So I'm waiting for your homework. Thank you very much, girls. See you later. Bye, everyone.